Good evening, welcome to Primetime News, coming to live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Bernadine Singha. Let's now take a look at headlines.
Interim injunction issued against the Gazette dissolving Parliament extended till Monday. Ilan Pereira's revelation on the 19th Amendment. Owner of multi-day fishing vessel that was seized with heroin arrested. Notices issued on Ranjan Ramanayaka for contempt of court. President declares open reconstructed Iranamadu Reservoir. Sri Lanka abstained from voting to pass the United States-sponsored resolution seeking to condemn Hamas at UN.
The interim injunction issued by the Supreme Court against the Gazette notification dissolving Parliament was extended until an order is delivered.
The fundamental rights petitions filed against the dissolution of Parliament were taken up for consideration for the fourth day today. President's Counsel K. Kanag Iswaran, representing the Tamil National Alliance in court, stated that any citizen or even a foreign national has the right to file a fundamental rights petition against any executive or administrative actions of the President. The President's Counsel pointed out that under Article 126, any official act of the President can be challenged, adding that the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court cannot be deprived or ousted except by express words. He also noted that an aggrieved party's remedies cannot be limited, as this would infringe the sovereignty of the people. Attorney at law Krishmal Varnasurya stated that the President's decision to dissolve Parliament is constitutional, adding that there is no disparity or conflicting provisions in the Constitution, even pursuant to the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. He further stated that it is important to retain the checks and balances over each organ of state so that when there is constitutional deadlock, no referring the matter to the people will violate the principles of separation of power. Attorney at law Tilak Madapana said that the Constitution must be taken in its entirety and it must be harmoniously interpreted.
UNP MP Ajit P. Pereira expressed these views at a media briefing held at Temple Trees today.
Given the current political situation in the country, we believe that Ranil Wickremesinghe has proved that he has more than 113 in Parliament. This is through the motion expressing confidence that was presented by Sajid Premadasa. Along with that, the TNA, although they wouldn't be a party to our government, but have informed the President in writing that they will support a representative of the UNP from the post of Prime Minister. They also spoke to the President about this. So the President must understand practically that Mahinda Rajapaksa does not have a majority and that Ranil Wickremesinghe has a majority.
Parliamentarian Dr. Harsha De Silva expressed the following views.
It has been proved in Parliament 4 to 5 times that there is no government. The President now has the responsibility to resolve this issue in 3 to 4 days. If not, he will have to answer to millions of people. These people are fighting for democracy, not for Ranil Wickremesinghe. They are fighting for democracy.
He made these remarks while attending the Satyagraha organized by trade unions affiliated to civil organizations and United National Front. The Satyagraha is being held for the 17th day today.
Several views were expressed today regarding the 19th Amendment to the Constitution and the current political situation in the country.
On our Newsline Prime program, Member of Parliament Ilan Pereira was asked about the presidential term in the context of the 19th Amendment.
I have the original copy, 1978 copy, which very clearly says curtailing the time of the presidency needs 2/3 plus referendum. That section has been not changed in the 19th Amendment as well. So that is why we feel that there's something fishy that took place during the committee stage of bringing the 19th Amendment. That is why they managed to slip these sections through the back door.
Issuing a release, the President says that he is willing to make amends to the 19th Amendment if there are any weaknesses. Mahinda Rajapaksa's group is now getting ready to abolish the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. We are proud about the rights given to the citizens of this country through the 19th Amendment. J.R. Jayawardena acted in a different manner when it came to Parliament. He wanted a weak Parliament and a strong executive. The present Parliament wants to make it strong against the President. That is where the problem occurred. They are trying to get this approved by creating a state of emergency, but it is only now that we are seeing the instability of the government. The deadlock that we are all talking about is because of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Ranil Wickremesinghe didn't only plan a conspiracy there. When we look at what has been revealed by Namal Kumara, we also doubt if he is trying to be the president, using the 19th Amendment as the shortest route. Even the Sri Lanka Freedom Party says that the 19th Amendment will be amended again. So what I'm asking, that if this is an attempt to restart the autocratic presidency that prevailed before the 8th of January 2015, will you take steps to dysfunction independent commissions? Will you make arrangements to take back the Right to Information Act? Or will you take steps to create barriers when it comes to auditing? Issuing a communique yesterday, President Maithripala Sirisena said if there are any weaknesses in the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, he is committed to make amends. The head of state is of the view that the 19th Amendment has benefited the country, including the establishment of independent commissions and the strengthening of democratic institutional structures. The communique noted that the head of state is committed to make amends to the 19th Amendment to resolve the issues pertaining to the politics while upholding democracy.
The Supreme Court ordered parliamentarian Ranjan Ramanayake to appear before court on the 26th of February over contempt of court case.
The Supreme Court ordered the registrar to provide the parliamentarian and the Attorney General with a copy of the notice and a CD containing the conversation. Ranjan Ramanayake appeared before court today, and President's counsel Faiz Mustafa, representing the parliamentarian, said that they appeared before court based on the details they received through the media. The President's counsel said that a copy of the notice said to have been issued by the court was not yet received by his client. Deputy Solicitor General Sanjay Rajaratnam stated that he is appearing for the case as per the order of the Supreme Court to take legal action after Ranjan Ramanayake, the suspect in the case, made defamatory statements in the media. The case was taken up before Supreme Court Justices Eva Vanasundara and LTB Dehideniya.
February 26 කල් ගියා ගරු නීතිඥතුමන් සියලු දෙනා මට කියලා තියෙනවා මේ නඩුව ගැන මොකුත් කතා කරන්න එපයි කියලා.
අයියෝ ඔබතුමා එකට නේද ලෙඩ දාගන්නේ?
මේක ලෙඩක් නෙමෙයි. මේක ලෙඩක් නෙමෙයි.
මේ අද තත්ත්වය කොහොමද අද මේ නඩුව සම්බන්ධව?
ඒක අහන්න වෙන්නේ ගරු අධිකරණයෙන් තමයි අහන්න වෙන්නේ. හොඳයි.
ඔබතුමා බොහොම සමාදානව විනිශ්චය කතා කරන
කොහොමද එහෙම තමයි කියන්නේ. අනිනවා මේ පේන්නේ. හොඳයි. අපි ගිහලා. right.
Former President's Chief of Staff Gamini Sinarath was granted permission by the Permanent High Court trial at bar to travel to Singapore and Thailand between the 15th to the 31st of December for medical treatment.
The case was filed against Gamini Sinarath and 3 others at the Permanent High Court trial at bar under 24 separate charges, which include the criminal misappropriation of 500 million rupees, which belongs to Litrogas Company. Witnesses who were present in court today were ordered to appear in court on the 10th of December when the case will be taken up again.
Police say a notorious drug peddler who fled Sri Lanka is connected to the massive haul of 231 kilograms of heroin valued over 2.7 billion rupees seized in the seas of Peruvala. The Police Narcotics Bureau said another 5 suspects have been identified.
The Police Narcotics Bureau said 2 teams have been assigned to carry out investigations. A trawler used by the suspects for transporting heroin was also seized. 2 suspects were arrested with a stock of heroin weighing 231.54 kilograms day before yesterday. The stock of heroin is valued over 2.7 billion rupees.
The Police Narcotics Bureau was able to seize another trawler yesterday based on the information obtained from the investigations. The Police Narcotics Bureau has been conducting an investigation about these suspects, including the owner of the trawler. At around 11:50 in the morning today, the Yati Yantota police arrested the owner of the trawler based on a tip received. His name was Dini Yandura Dulip Samantha De Silva. He is also a sibling of another suspect arrested with a stock of heroin. When the officers were able to make the arrest, the suspect had jumped into the Kelani River, and after a valiant attempt, he was arrested. 1.5 million rupees in cash was discovered, and he had withdrawn the money from a private account maintained in the bank in Yati Yantota.
The renovated Iranamadu Reservoir was declared open by President Maithripala Sirisena this morning.
The reconstruction of the Iranamadu Reservoir, the largest reservoir in the north, began in 2015. The Irinamadu Reservoir that spans across 21,000 acres will benefit 9,180 families and provide water for farmers in the area to cultivate during both the Maha and Yala seasons. The renovations cost more than 2,000 million rupees and was funded by the Asian Development Bank and the Ministry of Local Government and Provincial Councils.
The renovations were funded by the Asian Development Bank. The reconstruction was halted in 2012, but after I became president, the construction resumed. This is a great strength to our national economy. I view the releasing of water from this reservoir as an important step towards strengthening reconciliation among the people of the north. We are extremely happy that we were able to complete the reconstruction of the Irinamadu Reservoir and improve the economic standards of the people in the north, raise their standards of their living, and most importantly, strengthen reconciliation among the people.
The island reported that UNP MP Vajirabe Wardana, responding to a statement made by the President that within 50 days of the formation of the government, someone had robbed the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, said that the allegations were investigated by a special and impartial presidential commission.
He added that in this report, the Presidential Commission has clearly identified the real culprits and cleared Ranil Wickremesinghe and members of the United National Party of allegations of corruption. However, the credibility of this statement is up for question given the track record of the individual making the claim. Reason 1. Protecting Damayanti Jayaratne, who was a former secretary at the Ministry of Defence who had allegations with regard to the Avantgarde case. Her whereabouts are still unknown. Reason 2. Protecting Anusha Palpita, who had several allegations against him during the former government. Reason 3. Sending a letter to an advisor of the Prime Minister requesting payments to be made to a contractor who was close to him for constructions carried out during the Mahinda Rajapaksa government. Vajirabe Wardana, who was a minister at the time, denied that he sent such a letter at first, but later accepted that he did. Can the public accept statements made by tainted individuals?
A protest titled Butterflies for Democracy was held in Colombo today.
The LGBT community and supporters joined the protest at the Lipton Circus. The protesters pointed out that everyone is entitled to democracy despite their differences.
මේ ප්‍රජාවට අනිවාර්ය ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය අවශ්‍යයි කියන දේ තමයි අපි දෙන්න ඕනේ ප්‍රධානම පණිවිඩය.
මේ විවිධ ලිංගිකත්වයන්ගේ විවිධ සංස්කෘතීන්ට තියෙන ඒ අයෝමය අයිතිවාසිකම ඒ නිදහස ඒක සුරක්ෂිත වීම තමයි ඩෙමොක්‍රසි කියලා කියන්නේ. මෙතන ඉන්නේ මේ රටේම පුරවැසියෝ පිරිසක් මේ රටේම ඉන්න දේශපාලන අයිතිවාසිකම් තියෙන පිරිසක්.
දැනි තේරි කිසිම ආකාරයකට කිසිම පීවරක් ගෙන නැතුව මේ රට ආර්ථික වශයෙන් උත් දේශපාලන වශයෙන් උත් අගාධයකට පත් කරමින් සිටිනවා. අපි මේ වෙලාවේ එක හඬින් කියා සිටින්නේ අපිට පූර්ණ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය අවශ්‍යයි.
An event was held yesterday to commemorate the launch of a report by UN Habitat in partnership with the government of Sri Lanka titled The State of Sri Lankan Cities 2018.
This report is the first ever comprehensive analysis of Sri Lanka's 9 provincial capital cities. The report draws on methodologies developed by the UN Habitat in other State of Cities reports to examine the state of Sri Lanka's major cities and highlight overall trends in urban development in the country. UN Habitat worked closely with the Ministry of Provincial Councils, Local Government and Sports and was supported by the Government of Australia. Following the launch, a panel discussion on the report was held, chaired by Dr. Tom Davies of the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade from the Government of Australia.
The signing ceremony of the FAO China South-South Cooperation tripartite agreement between the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, China and Sri Lanka took place at FAO headquarters yesterday.
FAO's South-South Cooperation Initiative helps developing countries share and transfer agricultural knowledge and expertise among themselves. The aim of this South-South Cooperation project is to help Sri Lanka boost the production and commercialization of fruit crops among the value chain actors in the country. Speaking at the event, Secretary to the Minister of Agriculture of Sri Lanka, KDS Ruwan Chandra, said that the aim of the project is to benefit farmers and stakeholders in Sri Lanka.
Sports First Allianz Platinum Awards 2018.
Everything is ready for the 2017-2018 Platinum Awards ceremony. We look forward to give this opportunity for talented sportsmen and sportswomen like you. As the chairman of the jury, I promise you that we will do our best to give you a fair judgment.
විසඳුම් ඔබට ලබා දෙනවා. ඒ සාධාරණ විසඳුම් ලබා ගන්න ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්න කියලා.
So I invite you to participate in the Platinum Awards. It is your chance to get the best out of this ceremony.
කියන මංගල්‍ය මහෝත්සවය මේකෙන් උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජන ගැනීම ඔබගේ වගකීම ඔබගේ යුතුයකම.
Sports First Allianz Platinum Awards 2018.
Sri Lanka emerging team won by 109 runs against the Oman national team in the emerging team's Asia Cup cricket match.
The match got underway at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium. Winning the toss, Sri Lankan skipper Charit Asalanka decided to bat first. Opening the innings, Sandun Virakodi and Avishka Fernando scored 29 runs and 56 runs respectively. Hasita Boyagoda top scored with 80 runs and captain Charit Asalanka scored 10 runs at the time he retired due to injury. Kamidu Mendis scored 62 runs off 75 deliveries. Shamu Ashan was not out for 34 runs. Sri Lankan emerging team added 324 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. For the visitors, J. Odedra and Bilal Khan bagged 2 wickets each. Chasing a target of 325 runs, the Omanis were bowled out for 215 at the end of 50 overs. Asela Gunaratne and Shamu Ashan bagged 2 wickets each for the home side.
In the opening game of the 5th week of the Inter-Club Rugby League, Sri Lanka Navy defeated Sri Lanka Army 29 points to 14. Meanwhile, Havelock Sports Club will take on CRNFC at Launchan Place tomorrow, and Kandy will take place on CHNFC at the Hill Capital in Nitavila this Sunday. Both Kandy and Havies remain unbeaten in the league. With that, we wrap up Primetime News. I'm Bernadine Jayasinghe. Take care. Good night.